Welcome to today's third session. Let's share the screen and get going. It is on the move today. Let's see if we can join in on the race. So we'll take it based on the math that's been moving continuously up. And we 0.03%, but of course with stocks it's a bit different. And this one is a statistical, but we haven't seen the peak, and that this trend is going to continue. You never know. Might be a reaction. Let's see. So far, so bad. You can always try here. Enter with another position, depending on the position size. Put that level in there. That's a bit statistically unlucky. So I wanted to get in, has been following this one for a while, and we've seen we had 1, 2, 3, 4 periods, and I chose not to look at anything else, not to look for correlations, and we just betting on the statistics that it moved 112%, and why should it end at 112 exactly then? As many times when you get in a trade, you think you're entering a moving something that's moving, while maybe it isn't moving up or moving anymore, as we can see here. So we entered here maybe, and price had already been stalling. So this gives us another picture. So we see the second entry. If we want to, we could play it safe there at 109 and lock in a 4% profit, or see it as a range. You can always enter later. Again, you can enter if it breaks above this range. So why not take the first profit for the day, as I said, at this level? 108, 109, 110, depending on exit timing. If you're going to be a bit more exact. So, and we could also here, because we're at the top of the range, and we had 4% profit, we could exit here to keep us safe. And we can enter if it breaks above the range. So we're in the profit. So we 3% in the right direction, at least, if we took a 1% loss. So always hard to enter, sort of. You can always have a false breakout, of course, but I would prefer to take it very close to when it's topping out here. You want to take it. There you go. 114.50. Enter again. And then I would be protective of today's results. So already had a great journey joining a stock 3%. It's a great journey. You're making 3% on a day in a stock without leverage. So yeah, I will place a very tight stop here to protect the day. This one seems like it will break probably, but I'm not interested in giving away today's profit. But let's stick with it, so we at least can have a little bit of a push. So we're more or less done on the day, and for portfolio reasons we could definitely be done. No need to chase it in that sense. One entry here, had a good journey. One entry here, got the money back, or here. The only reason is that it's been moving up a lot, and it has continued, and probably will. So where will it end? So let's see, here we have the first resistance area. Looking purely at the stock. So we're looking at days. So Thursday, Monday, that was Wednesday, July 23. We were much higher. We were much higher. We have been much higher. Yeah, so here you would never take a drop like this. So of course you have a stop tighter than that. So let's deduct from 114.5 to 112.50, let's say, where you would put the stop loss. Yeah, the only thing is that it's a weak stock. So what you normally do when you're trading stocks and you're trading a US stock, you're looking, of course, for what's going on in the index. We see that the Nasdaq, the S&P, and the Nasdaq is reaching resistance levels. Let's see if we're gonna break down over this one. So we have the daily chart here. 1 day, 2 days, 3 days in the same area. We see that the price is in the middle of this resistance now. We should see a spike, of course, like we've seen on the other days. And we should be going a bit higher. But who knows, and who knows when. So that might speak for an entry in Beyond Meat and buying the dip. So downside risk is not looking nice. So from 1.5 to 1.09, maybe 1% between 1.13 and 1.14 we collected. So let's watch it here and see if we can have a push up. So let's bet on that we're gonna see another push up. Are you gonna break down to here maybe? Or are you gonna jump up? Can actually be interesting to have a look at the 10-second chart. So we're lower. What we see here on the 10-second that we are at the previous bottom there is 108. We could see a reaction, but we have a strong trend down. Yeah, we saw some reaction there. There we broke through quite aggressively down. Yeah, so who knows where this one will end? Who knows? So we could actually try the short here. Let's try it. Try it from, yeah, and there we have it. So if we're looking for 2%, so 101, and we see a resistance area. So there, if we are fast and looking for that short, we can be satisfied after we get 2%. So this is what I mean. Okay, it's moving down more, but there's no reason not to take it. So the reason to take it is because we're here, and it will probably move maybe to around here as it did, and that's why it was a short. So another 2% there, and you find an exit level. Okay, maybe I didn't say it the first time it touched. I don't. So maybe that one in one way shouldn't count, but it touched again at 99, so and below, as we saw here. So not counting to 98 from 101, but to 99. So we collected another 2%. Oh. Okay, let's join in on the rebound trade. 106. Try to join it to 108. Here we touched 108 after I said it. We touched it, yeah, and there I would be satisfied. We're down 2%. It's moving slower. It will probably move higher, but then we can enter again. So why are we joining the rebound? Yeah, because price has been moving up 107% today. So we collected another 2% from 106 to 108. And we're satisfied. Could we move the stop loss forward? That's the best thing to do. We would get stopped out with an extremely tight stop. Let's try to take it from 108.33 again here. I think it will break into this range where price have been earlier. We're seeing quite a bottom. So I will look for a push up to here and take another 2%. It's not the best risk trade you can do, but I don't think this stock has reached sort of the highest peak since this bottom that we will see. If we're gonna do a double top, if we're gonna get here, I think we'll push higher. But then I don't have to take risk. I don't have to take risk now either, but I don't have to take risk later. So if we get 109, 110 here now that we're looking for, so we wanted to pass this line. I'll move the line down here so you can see what I'm looking for. There we go, 1012. So then I would move the stop up to 1012 here and definitely have exited at that. What we were looking at for. So another 4% if we were trading here. So how much is that? So count your money while you're at the table, or what you say? Count your money after you left the table. Have I left the table? Depends. Should we be streaming live on LinkedIn? Yeah, so this one can continue up. So let's see what's gonna happen. So what I'm looking at is this resistance level in the S&P and the Nasdaq, which is the biggest threat to the journey of Beyond Meat from here. So I'm gonna try to share what we're doing here on LinkedIn. I was looking at the wrong things. Yeah. Damn. Yeah, let's try to join it with a tight stop from here, 122. Yeah, 126. Still has momentum. 127. We could call it a day here. Yeah. Put the stop at 127. Gonna get stopped out. We can enter again at 27, really tight. Yeah, we could stop out. So if we had a really tight stop and you're entering there and you don't want to risk too much, then you're exiting at 127 as well. So let's say 0.5%. So 122 to 127. And this one has not ended, but we get out. Well, it can come down again. Yeah, so amazing day in one stock. So we got a lot out of this stock since 102 here, especially. So that's why we're hesitant. This one still continues. So maybe we'll join it here, 130. See if it has another push here then. So we give it some room because this one seems like we haven't seen the peak for the day. 130, 132. Let's move the stop forward. So we're not taking any loss there at 130. Take it again here at 130. It's definitely not as good as the first trade, but we should push higher. Probably. We slow down. Not good momentum trading, so but let's see what can happen. We're still standing here around, so maybe we can get 30 free here with some patience. Yeah, we have 35. We do. Let's move the stop forward to 136 there. Yeah, we can be taken out, no problem. Yeah, so another 6%. That's pretty good trading, right? Why can't I comment? Yeah, so we're dropping. We want to catch it on the way down, so I'm extremely satisfied with the day, which is of course it's a lot left of the day. If I want, I would be following this closely and see if we could catch 1 or 2 or 3%. Okay, so let's try to catch 1% here then. Yeah, here we go. So I'm out 120, 119. Get another 3%. There we back up. Could of course continue down more, but very, very happy. We should put a few lines here to show where we did very, very well. So I'll try to do some infographics here. Change. So we're live. So it looks like we're gonna go up a little bit here again, right? As you see, I'm quite uninterested of trading anymore, but yeah, this could of course go up a lot more as well during the day. We don't know. Yeah, so here it's interesting. It was even more interesting here, but I was looking down on my phone. Okay. Here was the interesting part. So we posted that comment on LinkedIn, and I'll stop sharing. I'm satisfied here for the day. Or you want 33 minutes? Maybe we should keep it on. Yeah. Let's call it a day. Adios.